on the next episode, we'll finish out the system and move on to the next one. So until then, see you later. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Creeper World 3. We were just going to encounter the last two worlds in Mod Deeb's system. Let's start with Terp Lover. Although the middle looks... oh, that is hideous. Although hideous though it is, we do seem to have plenty of room to build starting position. And obviously it wants us to use Terps. So we will oblige, but first we need to build up our economy. So we will do that, and then we will work on those Terps. I also want to create some nullifiers to clear out some room here. That was a bad choice. Okay, let's try that again. But this time we'll get those pulse guns first. That was a little close, but we managed it. So now, let's get those nullifiers. We should also probably get a beam. There are a few spores here. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's too many spores. So we can take that nice and slow. Okay, sweet. That'll hopefully get us a little bit more room. And then let's also get those Terps. I don't know how many beams is going to be enough, so I'm just going to get a couple more just to hopefully shore that up. In fact, I think I still want even more than that. Let's deactivate those for now and just get 2 more because we can. Whew, okay. That did seem to work. So let's start terping it up and start claiming a new area for us. Yeesh. It's getting awfully close. Let's go down to 1 terp. That does make me a little nervous. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold out here and probably get a couple mortars just to continue holding back. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can really do too much. So I'll report back when I'm ready to do something. So I've terped up a little platform here, and I've also taken advantage of taken advantage of the fact that collectors, like when it raises up into the same level as the collector, then the collector's income basically expands. So I kind of terped up the fringes of my collectors first so that their income was expanded, and that helped quite a bit. And from there I've secured this power zone with what, oh my god, I'm totally blanking. Reactor, Jesus. And that helps keep that clear, or that helps our income. This will hopefully help keep the rest of the stuff clear, but that does not seem to be what's happening, in fact. So let's instead... nope, that's not going to work either. What to do about that? I'm thinking let's get a shield and then use that to nullify stuff, right? That makes sense to me. See what happens. Seems to work pretty well. Sweet. That will help quite a lot. And now let's go with what we were trying to do a minute ago and terp that up. We could probably afford a second terp by now. And then we'll expand our little platform here. And hopefully we'll eventually get enough reactors that we can use power zones for... ooh, yikes. Ah, man, I tried to save it, but I couldn't react fast enough. But I want to use power zones for guns rather than power. But that depends on how strong we can get our eco. Let's give it a try, though. There we go. That seems to be much better. Okay, great. Now let's move our stuff up here. Trying to think here. Obviously, securing the power zones is a pretty high priority. But how exactly to do that, I'm not certain. That seems to be working pretty well. It's expensive, but it's working very well. So let's upgrade our economy while we're still pretty stable. And then I guess this area is basically entirely secured. So I can use my pulse guns somewhere else. I would also like to secure that the totem. I'd like to grab that as soon as we can. Got ourselves a nice little area now. I also managed to secure that totem and got a forge up and running. So that is quite good. In fact, I have not been keeping up on my upgrades. But, oof, that was a little close there. Let's, how about we do that, and that. That should keep us well and truly safe for a good long while. In fact, let's do something like that, and then we can start to, oops, dang it, that's fine. Let's flatten everything out there. Okay, so we've got our area basically secured. We're not under any real threat of spores anymore. Now it's a matter of deciding where to attack. And I'm thinking north because it's shorter to the edge of the map. And therefore, once we finish it out, then it'll be less of a front for us to try and work, like, expand out from. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna do that. And in fact, I think I might get another terp just to help speed that along. In fact, let's get some more fire rate. Our economy is still holding out just fine at the moment, so I'm not at all worried about that. And yeah, okay, cool. So we're in a position that I feel quite comfortable with. So I think I'm going to start making my way out to the north, and I will probably report back once I hit the edge of the map there. Kind of been trying to use the power zones to like that, expand the range of my nullifiers, and it seems to be working out quite well. In fact, I'm gonna extend my little platform here. You know what, I'm just gonna extend the whole thing so that my terps can work on it when they get the opportunity. So yeah, I've been using those power zones, and I've been expanding pretty well. Our little zone of control is quite comfortable now. I've even managed to grab this this guy up here, which is quite helpful. It's increased our research, and I'm also looking for other opportunities to expand. I did expand a little bit farther east than I speculated a minute ago, but that has only helped us rather than hindered us. And I still plan on focusing mostly in the north, but not necessarily exclusively in the north. I'm wondering how exactly I want to finish this, to be honest. But, like, as in, do I even want to bother expanding my platform even further? Because we're doing okay with just, you know, leapfrogging through the gross terrain, I guess. But I think it's not as, like, I can't really place stuff as efficiently, so it's still a little slower, but it doesn't seem to be necessary to any significant degree. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how this plays out a little bit more. Managed to extend the platform all the way to the north, and I've also put some berthas on the power zones we've reclaimed. So that should hopefully help us clear out what's left of the creeper. I also put down a bunch of mortars because they seem to be quite helpful in pushing creeper back. As for what I plan to do, I think I'm just going to push without terping because it doesn't seem to really be all that necessary. I'm just going to kind of do what I can and have the Bertha's support behind me. In fact, let's get some reactors on the power zones I'm not presently using. Yeah, I think we'll be alright from here. So, yeah, I'm gonna just move out and secure the rest of the map. And I'll report back if there's anything interesting. I just noticed that my Berthas haven't been firing this whole time, and the fact that I just now noticed it shows you just how easily I've been able to start cleaning this up, because it just hasn't... There's been no real threat for quite a while now. But even still, got the Berthas online, and we're down to 2 emitters. So let's go ahead and clear those up. There we go. That one was pretty easy. And next one is Thunder Bluff. I don't think I like the reference to thunder. I don't know. This actually looks like it won't be too bad. I'm thinking if we can secure like these 3 plateaus, then that will be quite helpful for us, because that's plenty of area for us to expand on, as well as access to 2 of these totems right off the bat. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that established. Oh, I'm realizing this may have been a little ambitious. Let's see if we could do it though. As long as we can keep the creeper like down, like not necessarily throw it back or anything, just keep it so it doesn't overflow onto my little areas here, then hopefully that will be good enough. I would like to try and connect up all my stuff here. That looks... oh. No, I need another pulse gun here, I think. Well, maybe not. I do need some beams though, like ASAP. Got those beams. Oh no, what happened? Oh shoot. Okay, that's bad. That's really bad, actually. See if I can get my forge up and running quickly, then that would be quite helpful. Let's save here, just in case, because I think I can still salvage this if I'm careful, but it is very precarious, I will admit. Oh, come on. No. Ah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty yikes, one might say. Oh shoot, that may have been bad timing. Yeah, that was definitely bad timing. Okay, okay, I immediately screwed it up. Let's try that again. Ugh, that's just... no. I may need good RNG at this point, unfortunately. I should have saved sooner. Let's see if I can do something like that. Oh, that's why it got blown up. Ugh, no. Okay, it's so close. Like, look how close that is. Ugh. Okay, so let's do something like... that. And that. So yeah, one of my beams down here got blown up, which is why that southern flank isn't very covered. Okay, all right, we got the RNG. Still not doing great on the forge. Okay, I'm just gonna deactivate that because we can't really keep that up. I don't know if I could do this at this point, unfortunately, but I'm gonna keep trying. No, please, not the relays. I need those still. Gotta keep up the income. Okay, this is really bad, but not hopeless. If I can just... Ooh, I don't like that. That's bad. Okay, I got one reactor up, and that's taken a little bit of the pressure off my economy. Okay, I would like to get second beams on both of those. In fact, no, that's just... I was going to move one over since it was already completed, but I just think that's a little risky. Especially since a lot of stuff is going to probably head toward that central section. So let's make another save point, because again, I'm feeling like this is bad but salvageable. So let's try and salvage it still. We're still holding at the very least, and I think we're at a point where our current weapon emplacements are enough to stem the tide. Because, like, it's still building up a little bit, but not enough to actually get over the cliffs here. This is a little worrying, but I think we're still doing okay. We might need one more pulse gun over here. We're probably okay, honestly, but I don't... This is a very, very precarious situation, and I would rather just have a little bit of extra firepower, especially since pulse guns are actually pretty efficient, I find. They're not so great at punching through Creeper, but they are okay at holding back Creeper that's on more or less the same level as it. So, like, you know, here it's piling up thick, but over here it's still a little thin. So it's actually going to keep the thinner parts back, I guess is the way to put it. So it seems to be doing okay. I'm still trying to build up my economy, but it's really difficult. I wonder if there's a better position for my beams. There probably is, honestly, but I just have no idea where it would be. I'm just trying to squeeze stuff wherever it'll fit at this point. But, I mean, this is good. We've recovered a little bit of our space between our different plateaus, so it's something, I guess. Okay, so I had a little bit of an idea. It's a little risky, I recognize, but it just might pay off, even if only barely. It's actually looking like it's gonna work out pretty well. Yeah, wow, okay, great. Let's see if we could take advantage of that with another pulse gun. Clear some of that out, and then maybe shift it into a nullifier and take something else out, because then we could take some pressure off one of our flanks. Look at him go! Okay, alright, that is awesome. I think that is going to be something that will definitely turn the tide. So let's get that nullifier, and it looks like it'll kill both of these emitters, rather. Which, that's great. That's one less flank for us to worry about. Sweet. And let's put this guy back on there to help clear out the creeper. And once that's cleared out, I think let's hold that there and get our... Let's get some reactors there, because we really need energy right now. Okay, our economy is back on track. That's great. And now let's activate the forge, get that building, and we might even be able to take out... Let's move that back. See if we can take out one more emitter. If I can get a terp, that might also help, because I can flatten the areas between our plateaus, which will just make them that much easier to hold on to. Okay, cool. We are making progress now. So let's press the attack a little bit more. And let's also make sure we're nice and covered by beams. Okay, that's going just fine. Huh. Feels good. We're in a position that I am much more pleased about right now. So I'm going to build myself up a little bit, since we're in such a nice spot right now. Whoops. Nope. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm going to build myself up, and I will come back when we're a little bit more fortified, I suppose. Built up my little hilltop here, and I've also expanded my zone of control at least a little bit, or I guess my sphere of influence might be a better way to put that, by you know, taking out some of the structures around here. Importantly, that was, I think, the second spore tower I took out since my last cut, and every spore tower we kill, obviously, is that much less pressure on us. So yeah, I think that was very dicey there for a minute, but I'm pretty sure we have basically won now. It's just a matter of actually going out and securing the map, and preferably using the power zones to do it, but we don't need it per se. I just think it'll be a little bit easier that way. Great. Thank you. So yeah, I think I want to cut off this portion first. Just secure this whole eastern half of the map. Well, actually, no, I think it'll be easier to push out into this section and secure the southern half. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Yeah, that is something I'm noticing about this group of maps, is there's lots of stuff packed close enough together that I can reasonably use nullifiers on power zones to secure other power zones. That's quite nice, actually, and it makes an interesting dynamic where, like, I can expand too quickly if I'm not careful, and so, you know, it's easy in one sense, but actually there's still a little bit of a challenge there in the form of basically my own over eagerness, and yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know how intentional it was, but I still think it's cool nonetheless. Managed to, in short order, shove all the creeper into this one tiny little corner of the map, and now we can just put what's left under siege, and then finish it off. Uh-oh, except I guffed it up. That's okay, let's try that again. Sweet. Alright. So that went pretty well. I think that's probably a good place to call it an episode here. Those systems were kind of interesting. I think I mentioned in a previous episode they're definitely a lot less complicated than Jay's levels. I really got the sense that Jay was like someone probably involved early on, and so they really got the hang of using the engine. Um, but like even still, those levels weren't bad. Not at all. They were quite interesting in their own ways. Just like Jay just had really funky ways of messing with the system. So yeah, I thought I liked those levels, and I look forward to seeing what else the Alpha Sector has to offer us. In fact, this one looks a little strange. I wonder exactly how that's going to work. But either way, we'll have to find out on the next episode. So until then, see you later.